Good evening students. Today we are going to start with the unit number 7, changes to the tables. In this unit we have two lessons, lesson number 1 and lesson number 2. Starting with the lesson number 1, performing a table conversion. In this lesson we are going to discuss about the conversion of a transparent table. As you already know, an ABAP program can correctly access a database table only when the runtime object of the table and its structure in the database are mutually consistent. So we need to be ensured that the structure of the database as well as the transparent fields must be consistent with each other. Change in the table must be reflected in the database structure of the table. But sometimes the database structures need to be modified for the certain changes in the ABAP dictionary. For example, if we are changing the positions of key and non-key fields in the ABAP dictionary, in such cases, the change structure is simply activated in the ABAP dictionary, but the reflection will not go to the database structures, and the database structure remains unchanged. But there are some cases in which we have to be adjust or change the database structures. As you can see in this figure, in this dictionary we have the active version of the three fields, field 1, field 2 and field 3. So the structure of these table fields are same in the database structure. Now suppose we are adding another field in this dictionary, the field number 4. But now the state of this transparent table is in inactive version. So the changes of the structure in the database table will not reflected into it. Without activation, the database structure will show the last activity version of the transparent table. Come to the next slides. How is the structure adjusted? Here not we are talking about the structure object, we are talking about here the database structure, and the question arises, how is the structured adjusted? Any changes we do in the definition of ABAP dictionary should match with the adjustment to the database table. So you cannot do this by only deleting the database table and recreating it, by changing the database catalog, or by converting the table. Now we have three methods. In the first method, the database table is first deleted, then the structure must be adjusted. Second, the changes catalog on the database table, that means we are altering table, transparent table in dictionary. Altering means either we are deleting the row, either we are inserting a data, or either we are doing something changes in the transparent table. Then in this case we need to be adjust the structure in the database server. The third one is converting the table. The third method requires the maximum time for adjusting a structure, as we are dealing with the conversion of the tables. Conversion means, that means we are transferring the whole data of the one transparent table to the another transparent table. So we have three situations in which we need to be adjust the structure of the database tables. Now the question arises, how the conversion process will held during the adjustment of the structure. Now the next slide is showing the conversion process. Now the coming slides will show you the conversion process step by step 1. So here we are starting with the conversion process 1. Now let us assume that the table tab, you can see in this figure there is a table tab in database server. Now assume that this table tab in the ABAP dictionary is so modified that the length of its field 3 reduces to from 60 to 30. You can see the transparent table have three fields: field 1, field 2 and field 3. Field 1 is of type numeric and having length 6. Field 2 is of having type character and length is 8. Similarly, the field 3 is of character type and length is 60. Now the programmer or developer want to change this field length. So programmer has to change its structure. That means we are going to change in this transparent table. So we are modifying it to 6. Now this is an inactive version, so the reflection will not go directly to the transparent table existing in the database. As you can see, in this database table, we have three fields: field 1, field 2 and field 3, which are same as that of active version of the transparent table existing in the dictionary. Now one thing that I want to tell you here, when you activate any transparent table, the reflection directly goes to the database tables. As I have already discussed about this transparent table, the transparent tables are the permanent in nature and internal tables are not permanent in nature. So this transparent table reflection will go directly to the database. When the reflection goes, there will be creation of two indexes. The first one is primary indexes and second is secondary indexes. Now you can see this is secondary index with the ID A11. The first step of the conversion process starting from this slide. As you can see, step number 1. In this step, the dictionary automatically lock the table against the further structure changes. Why we are doing this, stopping this structure changes? Because any such changes would result in the loss of data. Another kind, that is additionally all the views dependent on the tables are inactive. So we need to be protect this table tab from structural changes. So we acquire the locked on this table tab. Now the next step is step number 2. In this step, it renames the table in the database and delete all the indexes on the table. As you can see, the table tab has been renamed from TAB2 to QCM tab, and the indexes, both of the indexes of this table has been deleted. Now the question arises, what kind of the table name it will assign? It will assign the table name as a temporary. So temporary table that is newly created is assigned to the prefix QCM followed by the table name. So always the second step will be followed, then the table rename with the initial QCM followed by the actual table name, and the actual table name is tab here. So this was the two steps. The step number 1, table locking, and second is renaming of the table and deleting of the index. Now comes to the next process, conversion process 3. The third step. The third step involves the activating the inactive version of the table tab in ABAP dictionary. As we are going to change this active version and adding a new field or changing the field length 60 to 30. So now the dictionary will change its state from old state to the new state, which becomes inactive. Now you can see now this table activity in dictionary with the new setting and creating on the database with the name QCM 8 tab. The newly created database table now doesn't contain any data. As a result, it doesn't exist in database under its original name. So we need to be assign the new name, and we have assigned the new name is QCM8 tab. Once this new table created with the blank data, and primary index will also be created here, QCM8 tab 0. As I have told you about, 0 represent the primary index. This was the conversion process 3. Come to the next slide. The next step of the conversion process is transferring of the data from old table to new table. Now you can see in the conversion process 4 or 4th step, the data is copied back from QCM table tab to QCM 8 tab, so that the both tables have the same data. Now there is a requirement of the more space to store this duplication data, but the database has large capacity to store both of the tables. When the data is copied from one table to another, the system faces a database commit, and this commit is always each and after 16 MB. As a result, this conversion process requires 16 MB resources in the rollback segment. So here the data is being transferred from QCM tab to QCM 8 tab with the help of a command, as I have already discussed about this command, and the command was move corresponding to. And the move corresponding to command always work with the matching with the name of the fields. If the field names are same, then the data will transfer from the one table to another table. Now next process number 5. In this 5th step, the table QCM tab is deleted from the database, and the next table, the new table QCM 8 tab, is renamed as tab, and the secondary index defined in the ABAP dictionary for the table are recreated, and the views of the table deleted in the first step of the conversion and also activate in the database. Now the lock that has been acquired by the dictionary, so that the programmer or user cannot change the particular table, now that lock finally will release. Or you can say that the final lock that was set at the beginning of the conversion is deleted now. So this was all about the conversion process. Now you can also write down about this conversion process step by step. These are the conversion process, or you can say that these are the table conversion process, and these are the steps, starting with the step number 1. Step number 1, that is lock table tab. Step number 2, rename tab to QCM tab. Here the QCM is the prefix, QCM is prefix, and suffix is your table name, original table name. Now the step number 3, all secondary and primary indexes deleted. Step number 4. In active version, activated as Calcium 8 tab with the new structure in the database and index. Step number 5. Calcium tab which is an old structure. There will be no data. This is an old structure, so data would be there. Data is there, but no secondary key. And primary index 6. Step number 6. We have another table in the database, which is our new structure, but this new structure have no data. And same, no secondary and primary indexes. Step number 7. Copying of the data from old structure to the new structure. So we can write here, we load data from Calcium tab to Calcium 8 tab, and this always done with the help of keyword which is move corresponding. Step number 8. Database will commit and I have discussed in the last slide, and this database commit is done always after 16 MB data. Step number 9. Delete the old table, and the table was Calcium tab. Step number 10. Rename the new table. Rename new table, which was rename Calcium 8 tab to tab. Step number 11. Create the secondary indexes. Step number 12. Remove the lock. So this was all about the conversion process of the table. Comes to the next slide. The possible problems during the conversions. You can face mainly 3 kinds of the problem during the conversion. The first one is table space overflow, and second is database loss if key is reduced in size, and third one is invalid change of type. The first problem, if there is an access data in table space during the conversion process such that it overflows and result in the process of the conversion will cease. Another problem is that if you have shortened the key of the table, you will be able to distinguish between the new key of the existing record of the table. And when you reload the data from the temporary table, only one of these records can be accessible. So if the data is dependent on the key and key reduce in size, then there is a chances of losses of data. And a third kind of problem, that is invalid change of type. For example, suppose the transparent table is transferring the data from one table to another with the help of move corresponding, and during this conversion process only those types that can be executed move corresponding tables are feasible, and if any one of the table field is of different type, then there is a chances of loss of data. So it third kind of problem may be arise. This is invalid change of type. The last slide of the lesson number 1, resuming terminated conversion. Suppose a conversion process is terminated in midway. What is the solution and what you should do? Then the table cannot be edited with the maintenance tool of the ABAP dictionary. So we need to require a transaction command, that is SE14. SE14 to resume the process. Resume the conversion process. Now you can use analysis tool such as a object log and system log to determine the cause of the error. We have mainly 3 types of log by which we can check what was the reason of terminating the conversion in the midway. The first one is object log, second is system log, and third one is dumps. So these are the kind of analysis tools by which you can determine the cause of the error and the present state of the tables. When conversions are terminated, you can use either 2 options in the database: continue adjustment or the unlock table. Because when the process is started, the table becomes in the locking state. So we have 2 options when the conversions are terminated. The first one is continue adjustment and second is unlock table. Now continue adjustment option allow you to resume the conversion from where it was terminated by any cause, and the unlock table option only deletes the existing lock entry for the table. So this was all about this resuming terminated conversions. The lesson number 1 has been completed.